Hello students, good morning all of you. This is Sonia Thakur from Ma Kalyanika Public School. Welcome you all to our class, English Literature class. Students, before the two chapters we have already discussed many stories, and in this chapter also we will discuss about one story. Okay, that is written by Ruskin Bond. You know that who is Ruskin Bond? He is a writer as well as a poet also. Okay, and he has written many stories, many writings for the children only. Means he based his all story on children, and many interesting story he has given for the children. So students, in this chapter we will discuss about the writings on Ruskin Bond, that is Henry a Chameleon. Henry a Chameleon. Let's start. This is the section 3. Okay, chapter 3 section 1. Let's start. What is the Henry a Chameleon? Henry a Chameleon. Henry a Chameleon. In this chapter we will know about chameleon, the features of chameleon, and what happened with the chameleon that is called Henry. And who is Henry? We have to know through this story. So let's start this story and we will know the feature. First we will know the feature of the chameleon. They are not ordinary reptiles. Reptiles like lizards, but they are different. Okay, on their look also they are very different to the reptiles, other reptiles. Okay, second one, easily distinguished from their nearest relatives. Okay, means you have to see with lizards and other reptiles, you can find out that no, this is not lizard, it is chameleon. Means some features are like that you will distinguish them properly. Okay, third feature is its tongue is as long as its body. Okay, its tongue is too long as its body. Means it can take out its tongue, means too much longer. How? Because of that it eats what? Insects and all. So it is possible for that a chameleon to eat some insects with its what? Tongue. Means it fixed with his tongue, and easily a chameleon can take in. Okay. Its limbs are long and slender. Its limbs means arms, legs are longer, and slender is to thin. Okay, limbs here, legs or arms you can say, and slender is your thin. Its fingers are resembles with parrot clutch. Okay, its what about the fingers looking like parrot, you know that, like parrot's clutch. So this is the feature of a chameleon. Here in this story, what happened, you know, the poet means the writer here, Ruskin Bond, told about the feature of the chameleon, and now he has mentioned the story what happened with Henry, discussed further. Each and every chameleon, these are the features of it. And you know that chameleon can change its color according to the sunlight. Okay, means it can make itself green also, yellow also, red also. It can change the color. So here in this story, when Ruskin Bond was mentioning that this is the story of his childhood, and he has mentioned here that once his grandfather was moving around the town. That time his grandfather found that in a place that a group of people were gathering, and they were looking to that to one chameleon. That chameleon was what? That in the middle of the way. That time that Ruskin Bond's grandfather came to the crowd and rescued that chameleon and took the chameleon to his home. That time when he brought that chameleon to home, everybody was scared that time, and his grandfather was very much lover of animals, birds, reptiles and all. So he brought that. After some time, what happened, you know, that chameleon was familiar to all, and they gave him the name, the pet name What is that? Henry. Yes, this is the name of a chameleon. In this story, they gave a pet name, that is Henry, a chameleon. Okay, Henry, they called that chameleon as Henry. You know that Ruskin Burns were having many orchards. One of the orchards there is a papayas orchard also, and chameleon was roaming all the day in papaya orchard. That time papayas didn't start ripening. Okay, after some time papayas started ripening. In this story, he has mentioned that the chameleon was roaming whole the day, means spending whole time of the day in the garden only, papaya orchard only. After some time, what happened? Okay, and in a playful way, all were they very much close to Henry also. Now, Henry is the member of their family. Okay, one day, what happened? You know, that Ruskin Bond's grandmother, she was very much close to one friend. She was the principal of one nursery school. Her friend means Ruskin Bird's grandmother's friend. Henry means, what is the name? Mrs. Ghosh. Mrs. Ghosh was the principal of one nursery school, and Ruskin Bird's grandmother used to give papayas every year. And this year also, when papayas started ripening, that Ruskin Bird's grandmother started taking some papayas in a basket, fruit baskets, and wanted to send that basket to the school. Okay, that nursery school. When that basket reached in the school, it was sent by a peer to her office, means the principal's office. Who was the principal? That principal was the friend of Ruskin Bird's grandmother. And to look that fruit basket, she was very much happy that what is there inside. She used to look over there and she started looking inside. That time, you know that what happened with that basket? With some papayas, chameleon also came with that basket. Okay, and when she saw that chameleon, she screamed a lot. Okay, loud means she screamed, and she opened her mouth also to look that chameleon. Means how strange, how it is possible that a chameleon came with the papayas. She was very much worried to see, and it happened in the school. So some assistant teachers also came to see that what happened with the principal. Okay, and when they reached, they saw that one means different colors chameleon was sitting inside the basket. That time, with the principal also, all the teachers screamed a lot. Okay, and these all incident that principal discussed with her friend. Who is the friend? Grandmother. Whose grandmother? Ruskin Bird's grandmother. She discussed all the incidents. She told all the incident about chameleon to her grandmother. That time her grandmother didn't mention that. Okay, she was her means didn't mention that chameleon was their pet in reptiles. Because of that, she was very much scared about that. If she will tell something, then that lady must be angry. So she didn't mention to look over her friendship. After some time, what happened? Ruskin Bird and his grandfather thought about that chameleon will not come back to their home, because the school was far away from their home. So after some days, what happened? They saw once again, okay, Henry in their garden. Students, I am repeating this, means in school that a chameleon was seen by the principal, and after some time, what happened? That Ruskin Bird's grandfather who rescued that chameleon, he thought that chameleon will not come back to their home, because the school was far away from their home. That's why they discussed, Ruskin Bond and his grandfather discussed it, might be that chameleon will not come back to our home. Okay, after some time what happened, after days, okay, chameleon came back to their same garden, and the chameleon was sunning himself, means itself, inside the leaves. Okay, and his grandfather, Ruskin Bund's grandfather, and Ruskin Bund saw this, and they were very happy to bring back that chameleon. And chameleon also thought like that, I will not go to abroad any day. Because of that, if the chameleon will go outside, then it will get a problem. So the chameleon also thought like that. So students, in this story we have learned about the chameleon's features, and chameleons also you can make pet like chameleon also, reptiles also you can keep at home. Because of that, all the reptiles are not harmful. Okay, and this chameleon also, Henry also not harmful for their family. And when his grandfather rescued it, all the family members thought like that, how can one chameleon will live with us? After some time, they all were familiar with the chameleon, and they, after what happened? After getting back chameleon, okay, chameleon, till the last of its life, chameleon was living in the garden only, and the grandfather and Ruskin Bund also were happy to see the chameleon back in their garden. This is the story about Henry a chameleon. Students, I hope that you all have understood this story nicely. It is a nice story, and if you will go through Ruskin Bund's story, you will find that many interesting things inside of his stories. So students, this is all for this story. Thank you all. We will see another chapter in my next video.